All right, guys, proud to introduce to you this 1991 last official year square body GMC Jimmy, Chevrolet K5 for those that don't know what GMC Jimmy is, lifted classic SUV. Let's take a little tour around it. So the original build of this truck was actually done by a guy that was sponsored by Peterson's Four-Wheel Drive Magazine. Some of you guys are not even going to know what Peterson's Four-Wheel Drive Magazine is if you're not from the era that I am from. But that was the Four-Wheel Drive Magazine that everybody subscribed to before there was the internet. This guy was actually sponsored by him to build trucks for the different jamborees and different things. So it had a good base. But it also goes to show you where attention to detail gets lacked a lot of times. You need to catch that? Is it Mike? Okay, cool. Because they do all about the look and not all about the rest of the stuff. So we spent some time putting our personal touches on this truck, and it has the look. The eyeball attention to this thing is crazy. We had it out front. People were stopping by like mad. A lot of our trucks don't get out front these days because they stay in the buildings. So that's the unfortunate part about drive-by, but it also allows us to judge how much attention a vehicles will get. If you guys want one that's gonna grab everybody's attention, this freaking truck is the one. What's it consist of? Basically an 8-inch suspension lift, 38.5-inch Cobalt tires, which are the replica groundhogs. But you'll notice a little different on this one. Zoom in on the center of that wheel, Kristen. For you guys that are you're not Kristen, are you? You're AJ. I swear I got to get it together today. It's only Thursday, guys. We got another couple days to get through. Oh boy. So those are, I know. Jesus. Man, AJ's about to fall down laughing so hard. So the center caps, the beauty rings, those are factory style rally wheels stretched to 14 inches wide. That's why the tire looks so freaking good, because it's stretched onto a 14-inch wide wheel. Nice, fat tire and wheel combination. Dual steering stabilizers, dual exhaust. I'm glad they kept this. Like if I was redoing this truck, probably would have took it off, but it's pretty cool that it's there. It just makes the truck look more like Park Ranger-ish with the browns. Matter of fact, this could be Smokey the Bear, and then we got Brown Bear, the two brown and tan trucks. He's also pretty proud. This man actually builds and designs these bumpers. Really cool. This is not a worn bumper. This is a handmade bumper. You can see it's actually been two-toned on the inside to match the two-tone colors of the truck. Really can appreciate that attention to detail. It also will accept a winch. If you want to put a winch in here, perfectly set up and ready for it. Inside's going to take you back in time a little bit. It is a bit old school. We've got all the doors open and closing right. We fixed a bunch of the wiring. We're still working on getting things like the dome light cured, the stereo wiring cleaned up, all the little knick-knacky things, but you don't have to slam the doors. They close nice. It does have a pad over the dash. I have not yet peeled that up, but I'm assuming it's got some cracks in the dash, but I don't want to say that till I do. 350, 5.7 fuel-injected engine, solid underside of the doors. Again, he rolled the two-tone inside here, which is really cool. Door actually closes like it's supposed to. Doesn't rattle. Go around to the other side, you might catch a little bit better view. It's not dressed up under the hood, it's just bone stock original. 91, of course, like I said, last year, and 350, which is cool. Power windows, power door locks, dark tinted windows. Seats are old school, but ridiculously comfy. I can't believe I used that word, but they are. But if you don't like them, you can buy seats from $200 to $2,000. Pick what you want, put something else in it, tailor it to what you want. We can even help you with that, obviously. It does have the cool color match flares, sliding window with the vent, which was the newer era for the K5s. AJ closed the door and it closed right. Look at that. Drop down V bumper, got the little retrieval hooks here, tow hitch here. Just got a cool mix of old school, new school. If you look up under it, she's not all boogered up underneath. It doesn't have a bunch of extra crap, just nice, clean, very original, very era correct for these classic trucks, not overdone. The only thing I could say that we may or may not do, look at the back of this. I want to explain it because so many people have asked recently. This is a good example. Look at that side, it'll be easier. So just line yourself up down the side of the tire. You see how the rear tires are further in than the back. Does it show good from the camera here? Come this way a little bit so you can see it. A little bit more. All right. So when you're riding down the road, the front tires hang out further than the back. That's not a problem. That's how they came. That's normal. So to fix that, you put a small spacer in the back. So I think we're going to probably put a small spacer in the back to make that match. It also makes the truck look a little more stocky, but that's GM half-ton. GM half-ton was narrower in the back than it was in the front. Some say it was for track width. If you're running, say, in the beach or the mud, it would allow you to get in a different surface for your tire pattern. Don't know. Don't have any clue. One was a Dana axle, one was a corporate GM axle. Don't know if that's the case, if they just had a boo-boo, but that's a GM thing. It's not uncommon. The only other thing, this truck will slightly rub, so we may trim out the fender flare. These are the same fender flares that we have on the 10-door Suburban. We love them. They're actually really, really cool, but we have abused them and cracked them. Matter of fact, AJ is a culprit of that on one, but I think we're going to trim this one out a little bit to clear it because either that or it needs more lift, and I don't think it needs more lift because it sets right. Now look right here. Here's a good way to see that indifference. See how much more the front tire hangs out the fender than the back? And again, that's just a GM thing. There's nothing wrong. We've had people before get a lift kit done, and you don't notice it when they're stock, but after the fact, you do definitely notice it. The other thing with this truck, four-wheel drive works properly. Drive shafts are proper. Everything there is the way it's supposed to be. It does not yet have crossover steering or track bar or power steps. Obviously, things that can be added up at the shop if somebody wants to do that. But currently, you're looking at a $39,000, very well put together Blazer that you could barely paint and buy tires and wheels for that kind of price. So, you know, at this level. So it is good and solid. Going to go through service today, inspection today. So we'll check all the final safety items. We're going to get the dome light going probably tomorrow on that. And that's about all we got left. There was a laundry list, as with any, but we have gone through it pretty well. So, guys, you will be seeing this one again. It is on the web if you want to look at it in picture form, if you want to look at it with Christian's little quick walk-around video sitting in the sunlight. And me and AJ are going to jump in it real quick because we got to run and pick a truck up the street, and we'll be right back at you. All right, we're doing our little check-over drive, and so far, got a little bit of out-around steering wheel. We got a little bit of a bouncy tire because they are cold-natured. Windows are working now properly and reasonably quick compared to a square body window. We got our door locks working. And the rear window is now working. No, now it's not working again. Oh, there we go. All right. So we need to take a peek under this dash. We do have some cracks, as we expected we would. Getting ready to get the oil change, get the inspection done. We will tweak this steering wheel because it is about a eighth of a turn off there. Gas gauge is working, speedometer is working, oil pressure, temperature, and voltage. Temperature's coming up, but it's working. Haven't tried our spotlight yet. Don't know if she works or not, but we'll give that a whirl. And I think we got a decent one here, guys. Like any of them, it's taking a little bit of time, it's taking a little bit of effort, but we've got her straight. Should have whipped in there to the old flea market. That'd be a good spot to get some view on it. Doesn't pull when you stop, so that's pretty good. And again, got the typical little bit of play up front, but they'll shake all that down just to make sure. But tie rods, ball joints, brakes, drag link, all that stuff will be taken care of and looked at. If somebody decides on crossover at this height, it would not be a bad idea. It is the height that works really well with crossover steering. Pretty good truck. Like I said, dome light lens, a couple other little finishing touches, and somebody's going to really have a cool truck here that they will be able to appreciate and has some serious good look. Let's pull so we can get some sunlight here. Where can we go real quick light? Let's pull over there in that gravel area. Pull over here so you guys can see it out in the sun and take a look at this truck. All right, guys, we got it out in the sunlight so you guys can see the colors there. You can also hear it a little bit. It's not obnoxiously loud. It's got a nice little tone to it. AJ also mentioned, for those that don't realize, the back top comes off this thing. So if you want to run in a convertible mode or a little miniature pickup truck mode, you can. That's no problem. But this thing runs down the road good, drives good. I say she's gonna be a good one. I think somebody's gonna be real impressed with it. So we'll get you more pictures, get you more videos, got some things to finish up in our shop, at the service shop. But stay tuned, you're gonna wanna check this one out for darn sure.